I'm a great believer in learning from people who are already successful, and it's quite easy nowadays. You can go onto YouTube, find a successful channel with lots of subscribers and see what they do that's making them successful. Quite often they'll actually tell you what they do that works and tell you what doesn't work. In this case, I'm looking at a channel called Lost LeBlanc. His name's Christian LeBlanc, and he's been traveling for about 2.5 years. He's got 400,000 subscribers. When I look at his channel, the first thing I noticed, I went down to the bottom to his old videos, and the thumbnails are actually quite boring at the beginning. There's not so much color. If I come up to his latest videos, then there's a lot more color. They've also got people in them and kind of tell a story a lot more. You can see the emotion in the pictures. So that's something I've learned just by looking at the thumbnails. Let's look at one of his old videos and just see what they look like.
So this is the view right outside of my place. Just one of the most beautiful beaches you'll ever see. It's unbelievable. The sand is so fine and the sun is so hot. Just having the best time. Last night we walked down the beach and checked out all the bars and had a few drinks. Yeah, today we're just gonna relax by the beach and do a bit of exploring. I think we might go rent some motorcycles and scooters and hello. And that's the game plan.
I know.
I came outside of my room and I was blinded. I wonder how much it costs to rent a Sea-Doo. That'd be pretty fun.
What?
To rent.
So that was day 7 of his trip, and I think that video's okay. The actual quality of the video looks a little bit dull, not so much color in it. And I think he had a little bit of a hangover. He wasn't as enthusiastic as he is in his later videos. Also, it's a bit slower moving. The latest videos that I've seen of him are a lot faster moving. The camera was a bit shaky, and also noticed some wind noise on the microphone, but still pretty good. Anyway, let's look at one of his newer videos.
'Cause if it's not love, it's worthless. Pull me right back. Slip in my eye and a wordless.
Good morning, guys. Technically, actually, we've been up for at least a couple hours. This morning we had a search and rescue mission for a missing micro SD card. That's in yesterday's video if you want to check that out, but needless to say, let's just start the day with a clean slate. Starting off with breakfast and an incredible view here in Romblon Island, and we're waiting for our boat. We've got a private island tour today. We paid about 1,500 pesos, which is roughly $30 US. We're about to board ourselves onto the naval ship known as Flipper.
So I can see some things straight away with that. First of all, the intro is pretty professional. It's got slow motion and a lot of color to it. I really like that. He's got more enthusiasm. He really tells you what he's going to do that day and sounds enthusiastic for it. He sets the scene really quickly, says where he is, what he's doing, how much it costs, things like that. So he's giving information as well. I think he did preparation for that. And I did notice a cut when he was talking. There was a couple of cuts in there actually. And I think that's where he's edited afterwards to remove any kind of waffle or any mistakes. So I think that's pretty good, and it's set the scene for the day. Let's look at another clip then.
So we have successfully crossed from Romblon to some little island right off the shore, and
so that one was lots of short clips, and a lot of those were in time with the music. And what it's doing is taking us from one scene, which was on Romblon, to the other scene, which is on the island. I remember in one of these videos, he said that it takes him 3 hours to edit a video. And I'm not sure if it was him or someone else that I follow that said sometimes they have 150 clips in one video. So this is the bit that I really like about his videos now, is that you've got some great drone footage. Also you've got fast motion, slow motion, and it's still lots of short clips, so it keeps the story moving really quickly.
Baby shark!
Cool, eh? It's a drone. So, looks like school's out early today.
Brother.
Today's lesson is all about how to fly a drone. Our goal for this trip is to learn a Tagalog word every single day. So far we have salamat, we have kuya, we have manok, which is chicken. And I just asked them what beautiful is. And what's beautiful in Tagalog?
Maganda.
Maganda. That's word number 4. Alright, see you guys.
So the thing I really noticed there is the interaction with the locals. He's having fun with the locals, and I think that makes the person watching the video have fun as well and enjoy watching it. I mainly watch his videos because I'm interested in the places he travels to, but I do also learn some things about his techniques, like keep the story quick moving, use different types of shots, and interact with the locals to make it more entertaining. He does some information like this one here, should you quit your job? And I know recently he did a live question and answer session. He doesn't mention his earnings, but he did say that he earns a lot more than if he'd have stayed at home and carried on his career. If you're thinking about being a travel vlogger, then another channel you could look at is Vagabrothers. This one's pretty interesting and pretty entertaining, so you could also learn from what they do. I'll leave a link to both of these channels below.